they've aged, but they still look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at screenshots now, and like, it really doesn't look bad.
Yeah, Lisa looks kind of disturbing, just because Lisa's
but also
design.
Lisa's design, I
doesn't
think
go-
we're saying the same thing. If Lisa's design in general is disturbing,
It doesn't work in 3D.
yeah.
It just doesn't work in 3D.
I mean, I don't think Bart looked any better either.
Yeah, but Bart's hair, at least, I understand. Lisa's hair in 3D is
I'm
like...
looking at one of yeah, there's just something wrong about it.
Also, Marge head-on is kind of like, ugh.
Marge.
Yeah, the 3D models aren't the greatest, I will say, but the environments and like everything else look great. Hey guys, I'm Bill, a one-time Instagram blogger and now a podcaster.
And I'm Alex, the chaotic neutral.
And together we are the Gaming and Collecting Podcast.
A brother-sister duo.
That talks about gaming.
And also anime.
And don't forget the collecting, sometimes.
Ah, forget it. We're just a nostalgia podcast at this point.
But anyways, guys, thanks for joining us as we discuss the games that shaped us. So, how you been? That rough of a day?
No, you just frightened me.
There's no camera, so you're just screaming at nothing.
I can sense your presence, and it's scary.
So how you been?
I got like a big thing of coffee in the mail. I ordered oat milk coffee in the mail, and I made Bill grab it from the mailbox.
Yeah.
It was heavy.
I'm aware.
I also got lights, like lawn lights, for my yard, which I'm excited about. I got some shirts. I got Tilly some food. And then, what else did I buy on Amazon? I know about other things. I'm trying to think. No. Oh, I got some lactose medicine, but it really made me laugh because it came with like a little Tic Tac container to put it in, so you can be like, Tic Tacs, just kidding. It's so my tummy doesn't hurt when I eat dairy.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Hey, shut it.
But anyways,
get your face, Grandma.
So how you been? Other than that, work's been shit like always.
Well, it was bachelorette weekend, so I wasn't here, but it was really fun. Went to New Hampshire and Maine. The weather was finally like really nice for once on a weekend, so it wasn't like beach weather yet, but it was definitely nice, like outside, no jacket weather, which was good. We went home with a horse head, so not an actual one. It was a hat. Someone had a horse head hat, and it was kind of disturbing, but great. And we left with it.
Oh yeah, because the Kentucky Derby was this weekend.
Yeah, so. Or I don't know if it was Kentucky Derby or just some horse. I'm assuming
I believe the Kentucky Derby was this weekend. So.
All right, we got a horse hat. So successful bachelorette weekend.
Yeah, and I sat home and watched your cat.
Yeah, and she wasn't grateful.
No, she never is.
Were you grateful? She shuns me, so I'm assuming no.
Yeah. Nah, other than that though, I didn't actually watch any.
Bill got me a present.
Oh yeah, I went to go. Yeah. So I guess collecting wise, we can actually announce this because by the time this podcast comes out, it'll actually be pretty close. But we're going to conventions again this year.
That reminds me. I need to send Ben the pictures.
Yeah, you should do that.
I keep forgetting.
Or just send them to me and I'll send them to him at this point.
Yeah, honestly, if you know what, you talk, I'm going to send you the photos because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
And you won't forget.
But as I was saying, we're going to 2 conventions this year. We're going to Kineticon and Retro World, our usual 2. So because of that, I'm taking a break from collecting right now. For the most part, I mean, I'm still going to pick up new releases and stuff, but I'm going to take a break for the time being. But Leading into that, actually, I was at the manga store, well, Barnes and Noble's, looking through manga.
The manga store, Barnes and Noble. It should just be Barnes and Weeb shit. Am I right?
At this point, actually, I believe like Barnes and Noble actually opened a whole bunch of stores because of the surge of manga readers.
Hell yeah.
But
as it should.
That's besides the point. But yeah. So I was just going to go pick up a new release. The new Mao came out, so I picked that up.
Mao.
But I noticed Alex's favorite her favorite new second favorite anime showed up. The first volume was out, so I grabbed it because I was there.
Welcome to Demon School Aruma. I recommend you all watch and read it. It's great. I'm going to keep riding this train until someone hops on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just posted in the server. I'm back. I'm trying to get back into the server.
Oh yeah, our server that you can join over at you can find it in our link tree, the gaming and collecting fan server where Alex posts curse shit. It's great.
Yes. I've been getting back into it. I needed like a nice little break because I get overwhelmed with social media sometimes. So, but I just posted a cursed image. It has Guy Fieri in it. So
lovely.
Can you please look at it? I want your reaction live on on podcast, not camera, because this is a podcast and we don't do videos. We just talk and you listen. Why? Why are you here? No.
Lovely. Why is he turning into? Oh, it's Guy Fieri. What am I saying?
It's garlic bread. He's anamorphing into garlic bread.
Great.
Honestly, I think it would have been more accurate if it was like a slider or something. But you know, like I'll accept the he does look kind of like garlic bread. So, like I mean, the anamorph it really works. So, you know, and I didn't post beans. Also, you said you have many questions about the other picture I posted.
I have many questions about a lot of things.
I found that, and I was like, "That's interesting." But I mean, it looks like there's not really a good place to put it. Well, mine's that little half wall.
Well, that's also not a good place to put it.
I don't know. Maybe it's convenient. Have you tried it?
That is like in the so if anyone's wondering, it's a toilet bowl where the toilet paper dispenser is literally right on the edge of the seat, like right in front. Which I guess if you're sitting is okay, but let's face it, guys don't sit most of the time, and that's in pure splash zone. Like I'm just saying.
Ew. Well, maybe you should just sit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It just solves the problem.
No.
What is this podcast? Oh, anime gift space. I forgot about that. I don't know. Oh, her flammable.
What?
It's hanging off the couch. Her flammable.
Oh, the cat. I was like, what are you talking about?
No,
we're already completely lost at this point.
Where are we? Who are you? Why are you in my house?
So I haven't really watched any anime recently. I've actually been playing a couple games for mostly for research purposes for future collaborations I'm going to be doing at some point. But I've been playing the PS2 and DS Inuyasha RPGs. Could you not do that, please? But yeah, I've been playing those recently, and you know what? They've actually held up a lot better than I expected.
They did.
Yeah, I mean, for like mid 2000s, like licensed RPGs.
Or maybe you just like Inuyasha and you're just making yourself like it.
No, I'm being critical when I play these games, and for mid 2000s,
sure you are. Wink, wink.
Yeah, never mind. I'm done with this context. So, what have you been watching?
No, continue.
No, I'm already done with it. What have you been watching?
No, continue. Speak.
I played RPGs. Moving on.
Speak more.
So, want to just jump into our topic for this episode?
No. You need to continue elaborating. I feel bad.
I've lost interest in that, so now I want to move
Get
on.
your interest back. Right now.
It's gone.
No. Have you been playing any other games, or is it just those?
Just that.
Well, you've been playing that one where you said that like evolves, like the game evolves as you play it.
That was months ago.
I thought I saw you playing that the other day.
That was months ago.
All right. You know, go fuck yourself. God damn it. Oh, I've been rewatching an old show. Mostly because I just wanted to hear Cosmo, the voice actor of Cosmo, or Gordy the janitor from
Darren
Ned's
Norris, yeah.
Declassified. Yes. In his role as Toski in Fushigi Yuji, which it's so funny because I never noticed it, but now that I notice it, it's just so uncanny and it just makes. What the heck was that?
Nothing.
What are you drinking, sir?
A Guinness.
You're drinking beer? How dare you?
Get back on with your anime.
No, I don't want to. I'm done. I'm done with you.
Okay, fine.
Aren't you gonna ask me what I'm drinking?
No.
You better ask.
Let me guess. A Sprite or water?
Alright, you gotta pick one of them. You're correct, but pick one.
The Sprite, because I doubt you finished the one that you were drinking.
I'm drinking water. I'm drinking a delicious Polish.
No, that's not the word.
Poland. I really do feel like I've been having strokes recently because I can't speak anymore.
Your mic's not connected anymore.
What?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, I broke it with my laugh. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm drinking a Poland Spring, established in 1845. 16.9 fluid ounces.
Okay, you got it. 100%
natural spring water and 0 calories. What a great treat!
Yes. All right. Well, this was probably the most "what the fuck" how you been we've ever had. Yeah, she does that.
She's such a good girl. I love her.
Yeah. So, all right. Now that we've gotten
you just
through
wasted 10 minutes. Hell yeah. No.
Yeah, that was a dumpster fire and a half. But, anyways,
how fucking dare you?
Moving on. So, we're actually going to be returning back to our new running series, The Games That Shaped Us, where we talk about games we played back in the day.
What?
That shaped our childhoods.
What?
Yeah.
We talk about games on here?
Sometimes. It's like 50-50 at this point. But, yeah, so previously we've talked about Tiny Tank, the best game no one talks about.
It really is a bop.
It is. We talked about Lego Star Wars because that was probably our greatest co-op game we ever played.
Oh, yeah.
And this time we're going to be talking about a game that Alex didn't really play a lot of, but she watched a lot of me play because this was post Alex caring about games, because Alex went through a phase where she liked games that she didn't care, and then she went back to liking games. Other than handhelds, she always liked handhelds.
Yeah, well, handhelds I could play.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to play the consoles. You wouldn't share. You wouldn't share with me.
Because we had a system where we split the time, and when you had the time, you'd rather watch stupid bullshit on TV. So,
hey, Sailor Moon is not.
Oh wait, this was beyond Sailor Moon. This was whatever the fuck was on Disney Channel at this point.
The best of both worlds with Hannah Montana, the Jonas
Brothers. No. Ironically, both of those were in a subject we talked about previously.
Totally.
That's Nickelodeon.
I watched Nickelodeon too, though.
We already know the best show on the best live action show on Nickelodeon was Ned's Declassified, and no one talks about it nearly as much as the other ones. So
yeah, and it deserves better because it had Gordy the janitor, who's also an anime voice actor.
It also wasn't made by the guy with the foot fetish, so I mean,
yeah, that's a big one. the fact that it wasn't made by Creepy Foot Fetish Man.
Yeah.
And none of them have anything bad to say about the creator or anything.
Scott
Yeah.
Fellows, yes. Um,
Which is
yeah,
nice to hear for a kids show.
and that's why Nickelodeon screwed them over and didn't greenlight their sequel series. But
Nickelodeon, go fuck yourself. Get Nancy Classified back out there.
all
Why
right.
is the first picture that I click on, like that pops up for Simpsons Hit and Run that isn't like box art, is like a picture of Homer kicking Marge.
Well, I guess we're going to announce the game now because I hadn't said it yet.
Oh, I thought you did. I
So
thought you said it.
no, no. So I was leading up to that, and we got sidetracked again.
I thought you said it.
So we're talking about Simpsons Hit and Run on this podcast. So we've actually previously talked a bit about Simpsons Hit and Run multiple times, actually, because we talked about it on the PS2 retrospective that we did way back in season 1. We talked about it during the Simpsons game retrospective, but this time we're gonna just full out talk about the game because this one was huge during our childhood. Like,
Yes.
which is hilarious because when I was playing it, I probably wasn't old enough to. Well, actually,
Well, it's basically Grand Theft Auto, but
it is for
Simpsons.
kids. So
Not really.
yeah, Simpsons is like a quote unquote adult cartoon that is basically a kids cartoon at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's on Disney fucking Plus at this
We
point.
watched
So
it as kids too, so
we did, although not as early as some people probably did. We were at least like probably like almost 10, so in
yes.
in the double digits. But yeah, so Simpsons Hit and Run. So a little backstory: it was a 2003 action adventure open world sandbox game, developed by Radical Entertainment and published by Vivendi Universal Games. So interestingly, what's interesting is this game came out between Simpson. So there was, I believe, Simpsons Road Rage was before this. And that was also developed by Radical. There was also Simpsons Skateboarding.
Yeah.
That one's a flaming pile of shit. Don't bother.
Weren't most of the Simpsons game before like hit the 3D ones like not good?
The arcade game is a classic. Everything else is very hit or miss. Like some people enjoy certain ones, but most of them are pretty crap. But yeah, so yeah, Simpsons Wrestling too. That one was utter garbage as well. So Simpsons Road Rage is basically Crazy Taxi, like a complete Crazy Taxi ripoff.
You also had Road Rage, right?
Yes, and Road Rage is fine.
Yeah.
It's very simplistic. So getting into Hidden Run, so Hidden Run it basically uses the Road Rage engine and just builds upon it. Because Road Rage was solidly made, but it was literally a Crazy Taxi ripoff, and there's only so much you can do with a Crazy Taxi ripoff.
Yeah.
It had great writing and funny dialogue and stuff, so I'll give it that. Simpsons Skateboarding was a Tony Hawk ripoff that was awful, and the less said about it, the better.
Let's talk more. Let's do a full.
I don't own that. I've never played it, so I don't
never
know.
Played it? Well, then how do you know it's a piece of garbage?
Because I've seen enough videos to know. It's like you watch it. It's like Big Rig. It's like you don't have to play it.
Big Rig. That's a classic. That's a great game.
It's not a game. It's a waste of time.
It's an experience.
It's a waste of time.
Nah, it's a great time. You're a winner, Bill.
Yeah, I'm winner. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah, this game was released in 2003. So that gives you a time frame of when around the Simpsons canon this game came out. So interestingly enough,
so before it turned to shit,
it was right around when everything was going to shit because this was past the Scully era. Like we were already into the Al Jean second era.
Yep.
Where things were going downhill very quickly. So this was like right around when it started going to shit.
Oh, nice.
This game, on the other hand, though, ironically, is one of the better things from this era of Simpsons. So I guess to perfectly explain it, like we said above, the game is basically Grand Theft Auto, but it's
kids.
Yeah, basically. It also received an award for favorite video game at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Apparently,
wonderful.
That's kind of funny. Um, yeah, it is. It's basically though very much a parody of Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
So basically, to summarize the plot of this game, because this game actually has a full-on plot that was written by the Simpsons writers,
Oh, nice.
which is what
I didn't know that.
they definitely they contributed anyways. They might I think Radical might have had some say in it, but for the most part, the Simpsons writers were involved. The game's plot involves essentially there's a bunch of B camp surveillance cameras like spying on the Springfield, and you basically go on missions kind of trying to uncover what's going on. At one point Bart gets kidnapped by aliens, like Lisa tries to
Deserved
find him, Marge then goes on her quest. It all kind of revolves around basically an
to find
alien.
eggs.
No. uh that was based off of this game's engine though, and a Game Grumps video, but that's
Yeah.
besides the point. um yeah, but basically the it's basically a King and Kodos alien plot, and the whole game kind of revolves around that. But it's kind of, so I said it was open world before, but it's more semi open world where it's split into like six different
Yeah.
missions. Each one you play as a different Simpsons character. Like you play as Homer, Bart, Marge, Lisa, Apu at one point.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I forgot that Bart and Lisa drive in the game.
yep.
Right?
Well, Bart
That,
drove in the show at times.
yeah, but
Like
it, it is.
there was an entire episode where Bart gets his driver's license and just, well, he gets a fake driver's license and then just drives to Nashville.
Oh yeah, that was a weird episode.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, not weird. Anyways.
But yeah, um, yeah. So it's one of those games you play as Homer and Bart for 2 levels to round out the 6,
Yep.
and it's basically you just get missions, and they're usually like vehicle based or time based missions. They're all very simple. It's kind of mixes platforming and exploration.
Yeah.
And I always remember this game because like the world is so full of just life. Like these levels are so well designed. Like there's so many references to the show
That is
hidden.
really fun about it. All the references, because I even remember when you were playing it about like we'd like find stuff and be like, oh, I remember that from
Well,
this episode.
at the time we remembered a lot of them, but we also were like, I have no idea what that is,
Oh yeah,
because we hadn't seen, at that point we had only really seen the Golden Age episodes and like a few other things.
yeah.
So now that I've seen most of the series, like I play it now and I'm like, wow, they fit so many references here. Like especially with like the different costumes the characters can wear every level, the different the vehicles especially are so many references all over the place.
Hmm.
There's collectible cards you can find in each level that have references on them. Just a ton of stuff. Like the entire voice cast from the show reprises their roles in this game, which is awesome.
Hmm.
And it's just super fun. Oh yeah. So you remember you mentioned like the first image you saw when searching this was a picture of Homer kicking Marge.
Yes.
Do you know when Matt Groening got to test the game for the first time, that was the first thing he did?
Matt!
He just had Homer kick Marge.
What a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, it's there, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can do it.
Mm. There's a ton of fun stuff though. Like every level is different. Like I also love how the game's plot like starts off super just non-serious, and then like it gets like dark at times because like Bart gets literally abducted by aliens at the end of the second mission. Spoiler warning, by the way. Granted, it's a Simpsons game.
Spoiler. Ooh, a 20-year-old. How old is this game?
It's almost 20. Actually, no, it is 20 years old now. 2003.
Huh.
Wow.
Wow. Well, I also had one of those moments of like, oh my god, I'm old. Like when you get those Facebook memories, um, and it popped up with my graduation and it said 4 years ago,
Ugh.
and I was like, ugh, I graduated 4 years ago.
Mm.
Sorry. It was one of those moments for me today where I'm like, I'm fucking old. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel that every day. But yeah. So it's actually really fun though, because like another thing about this game too is it controls like really well, especially for a
Hmm.
licensed game.
Big Chungus.
Yes.
Someone added it to the game.
Nice. Oh yeah,
I think it's a mod.
well, this game was released on PC, so I'm sure there was
Yeah, I've
mods.
been noticing a lot of like mods. Like I saw one of like Nikocado Avocado
Lovely.
is added to the game. Uh,
You know he's losing weight.
yeah, I saw that. He actually like, and I was really happy for
I
him.
wonder if it's because he's been hanging out with Oopaville lately, but that's a tangent for another
Any
time.
tangent.
Um, yeah, but yeah, though I love like the car controls because they're based off the Road Rage engine are super smooth and like fun to control.
Mm,
The actual like the platforming's kind of meh, but it's very like minor to the game.
yeah.
Um, it's also amazes me just how many parts of the game were actually put together. Like you can go in certain buildings and stuff. The
Mm.
attention to detail is really awesome too. Like there might be one or two instances of this happening, but if a character appears as an NPC like in the level, when you call them up to drive their car, they won't appear in their car if they're already in the level somewhere, so you won't see like two of them at once.
Oh, that's a nice attention to detail.
I think
But all the extra characters in the
well, they
back,
don't.
like all there's at least 50 like old ladies and random
I mean,
dude and
who gives a shit about that?
I
But
do. I give a shit.
even then, they're pretty varied for the most part. But yeah, I
True.
think it might happen like once or twice. You'll get like a double character, maybe because of a glitch or something. But
Yeah.
stuff like that's fun. Um, I remember though playing this game like and being stuck on that first level for so long. Well, because I couldn't beat. So the first mission like ends with you have to race Mr. Smithers back to Mr. Burns' manor. And basically, you have to go across the entire map. And I, for the love of me, couldn't do it as a kid because I sucked at the game.
Yeah, I mean you were also how old?
Uh, I
I mean,
vaguely
if
we
it
didn't.
came out like 20 years ago, you were
I was probably around 11 because I didn't. We didn't get this game right away because mom wasn't going to buy this for us brand new. Like I
yeah.
got this used
Yeah.
or on heavily discounted like years later.
Yeah.
Um, so I was probably around 10 or 11. I remember being in elementary school still
Mm.
because I remember because this was one of the games that I was addicted to the point where
Yeah, I
I
definitely think it was elementary school. I remember a lot elementary school, I think.
yeah, because I this is actually one of the rare times where like I think like I was getting video games threatened to be taken away because I was playing this game too much
Uh, you did play this game a lot though.
because it was really good. And like this is back in the day when like you would get a game and it would just last because
Well,
like
yeah, and it was kind of also back in the day. It's like you couldn't get a game like, well, you can't buy a game like you buy games now. Like it
well
was
no
like,
because
okay,
I
you
didn't
had this game, and it was probably going to be your next game for at least like
a
maybe
while.
until Christmas, you
Yeah,
know. So you had to make it last the whole year. So and you did.
yeah. I got many years out of this game.
Yeah.
Um, I remember too. You used to love watching this game for whatever reason. Like,
Well, it was funny. Well, because it was Simpsons, and we loved watching The
that's
Simpsons, and
true.
it was funny watching all like finding like the like Mr. Plow, like when you can get the Mr. Plow and like King Plow, and it just made you laugh and stuff, and it was like
You liked it whenever I would kick Ralph too for whatever reason.
well, yeah, because he deserves it. I mean, look
Like
at him.
I always remember because like whenever you kick him, he'll say like a quote sometimes, and every now and then he'll say, "I bent my Wookie," and you
Yes,
used to die whenever you heard that.
I was
Like,
also younger than you, so I was
so
also a child.
you were 10, so
Go fuck yourself. I was
um,
10.
yeah, I remember playing the hell out of that though. Um, I will say though, this game gets brutal towards like the middle to
Oh
end.
yeah. I remember like especially like the last mission. I think I remember watching you play it like 50. And I think there was times where you would be like, "Get out!" and I would have to leave and then like be like, Are you good? Did you beat it?" And you'd be
Yeah,
like, "No!"
yeah, this was like pure rage gaming.
Oh yeah.
That
Like you
the
were 11 though, so
So the final mission of this game is infamous for just how fucking absurd it is. Like you have to like drive from the power plant all the way to the school to like drop like a nuclear waste bucket the flying saucer, but it's attached to the back of your car, and if you get hit one thing, the nuclear waste falls off and you lose.
Mm.
Um, so you have to drive super careful. So what also sucks about this mission too is you have to do it 4 times in a row.
Ah.
So the first time you do it, it's a test run, and you use Professor Frink's hovermobile. That one's not too bad because it's purely a test run.
Yeah, it's to
Um,
kind of show you the course before the
yeah.
pain and suffering starts.
The second time you can use whatever car you want. So usually you'll use Homer's sports car because that's the main car of that level.
Mm.
And then after that, you have two more choices. The second time you have to use Snake's car,
Mm-hmm.
which that one's a pain, but it's fine. The final part, though, you have to use Grandpa's car, but it has a jet rocket attached to the back of it, and it controls like ass.
Oh,
Like it is super fast, but it turns like shit.
yeah.
And
So it's
not
like compromise. It's going quick, but like no control. Good
yeah.
luck.
And also each one of these missions has a different stipulation. So the first time you do it, like you have to you'll run into like this like AI controlled like Ferrari that just shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically have to outrun it. The second time you have to I think you have to get to the thing before it does, and then the third time you have to I think the third no, so one of the times you have to just like straight up avoid it. The other time you have to outrun it, and then the third time you have to race it to the school.
Mm-hmm.
And my god, it is such a pain in the ass. Plus you have the most unforgiving time limit like imaginable. Like it is so many things, like so many people rage about the final missions in this game cuz they are
Well,
ass.
it's deservingly so, but I think it was also still during that generation of like th- I feel like games were just designed, like
Well,
Atari games, like they're designed different, like they were make really hard, and I still think this was like on the end of like make it really hard so you suffer,
here's the thing.
suffer. No.
The thing about this game is it's actually really well balanced, like
Hmm.
overall. Like there's like so the first warning sign in this game that this game has some balancing issues, not a lot, but there are a few instances of where this game just has problems are
Yeah.
in mission 5, the mission where you play as Apu. There is legitimately a mission called Never Trust a Snake where like you have like the strictest time limit and you have to like collect like a shit ton of garbage and then destroy a armored truck with a sports car. It makes sense in context kind of, but
It doesn't, but that's okay.
no,
No.
it doesn't, but
I'm
it
kidding.
you have to realize Simpsons
I'm not.
logic.
Yes.
But
Simpsons.
yeah,
Simpsons.
it's like the time limit of that level is so fucking strict that like by the time you get to it, like it's like it's rage inducing. Like I can do it now easily enough, but as a kid, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've also just you play so many more games now.
Mm.
Well, you don't actually. You just collect them and put them on a shelf.
Well, now I'm watching.
Shots fired.
Now I'm watching either anime or I'm reading manga, or doing other
Eating
things.
beans.
Whatever. Yeah.
Sometimes I think you really hate me. And you wish you didn't make a podcast with me.
I just don't
It's
know how to.
okay.
I don't know how to react sometimes. Yeah. But another thing about this game that's great. So this game uses like this was before cell shading was like super like popular for games like this. Like
Hmm.
cell shading existed, but it wasn't used for a lot of things yet.
Yeah, it wasn't like common at this
This game used full 3D polygon graphics, and they've aged, but they still look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at screenshots now, and like, it really doesn't look bad.
Yeah, Lisa looks kind of disturbing, just because Lisa's
Yeah, but
Lisa's design
also Lisa's design. Yeah, I
doesn't
think we're saying the same thing. If Lisa's design in general is disturbing,
it doesn't work in 3D.
yeah.
It just doesn't work in
I
3D.
mean, I don't think Bart looked any better either.
Yeah, but Bart's hair at least I understand.
Oh
Lisa's hair in
yeah,
3D is
I'm
like
looking at one of Yeah, there's just something wrong about it.
also Marge head on is kind of like ugh.
Marge,
Yeah, the 3D models
Marge.
aren't the greatest, I will say, but the environments and like everything else look great.
Mm.
Because remember, this game was PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, and PC. I personally
Later.
recommend what?
Wasn't PC later on?
Um, I don't know. I've never actually seen this version.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Where am I?
No, it came out the same time.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
Never mind. I take it all back.
it's never
People
been.
just modded it and stuff.
It's never been re-released on PC though, so you have to use an original version.
Oh, like you can't play it on Steam or anything?
Nope.
Huh. How are
Uh,
people modding it then?
they have the original version still.
Magic.
You can mod games, like you've always been able to
Well,
mod
no,
games.
yeah, but I was thinking more of like the computer wise.
Just mod them. It's easy. You just change the code.
Well, no, I meant like if you had to play it like on an older computer, like how you can't play what's it called? Like Sims 2 anymore. You'd need like a special computer. Like you
Yeah,
can't play it on the current PC. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you can. There's probably workarounds for that, or they just use an old computer.
True. Or they sing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I will say that, and one thing I love about this game that be above and beyond is the soundtrack.
Yes.
The soundtrack has like so many different vibes going for it. Like Homer's is like the most Simpson-y. Like Bart has like hard rock. Like Lisa's got like jazz. Marge has kind of like upbeat, like kind of Marge just kind of goes with like her almost has like high energy, kind of like heist like police music, which is kind of cool.
Mm.
Apu has Apu's stereotypically has more Indian flavored music because the 2003
You
was different.
know, it was a different time, and we think we think things through more now. We try
No,
and
well,
be more open minded.
I mean, he's an Indian character, so I mean, it makes sense.
He's not on the show anymore, right? Didn't they write him off?
No, he's still there. He just Hank Azaria doesn't do the voice anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's its own can of worms. I'm not going to get into. So,
Womp, womp,
um,
womp.
yeah, and then
I'm looking at the costumes.
they're great. Donut Homer is the greatest thing ever.
Donut Homer. I like the Devil Homer too.
I am evil Homer. I am evil.
Well, and like these are another funny thing is like you look and you're like, oh, I remember that episode. Well, I mean, Homer in his underwear is just the norm, but like Moo Moo Homer when he got fat, like the stone cutters, and then like
I love the dirty Homer one because that's literally just like I love that because it's Marge like Homer, you're dressing up as a hobo for Halloween again, and Homer's just like dressing up.
what? These are my normal clothes. I like is it Idaho or
No, she's Florida.
Florida?
I'm a
Florida Lisa.
monster.
I'm a she looks like toast. I always thought she kind of looked like a piece of toast.
There was also Cool Lisa from when she had
Oh
cool
yeah,
friends.
and a hockey Lisa, and
Yep.
then Marge's like suit. I love how I love it's Marge's suit that she like customized like over and over and over so she could go in the fancy
Yep.
club. But then I love how it's
Prison
police officer and then prison
uniform.
like so opposite spectrums.
Bart had like his ninja costume,
Ninja
his tall
Rich.
costume from when he was trying to
Oh, I thought that was supposed to be when he was trying to be
so that one confuses a lot of people because some people think it's when he's trying to be rich. Some people think it's
like
when he
not rich when he was Mr. Burns
yeah, some people think it's that. Some
yeah.
people think it's his church clothes, and then some people, in reality, it's actually the outfit he wore when he was trying to get uh
Taller. Yeah, I can see
taller
with the shoes.
for the Itchy and Scratchy movie because they said he needed to be slightly taller.
Eh.
It's a very obscure gag that I'm surprised they went with.
Hey, but I guess like that's the Donut Homer though is the best.
I also like Bartman. Bartman's a classic.
Yeah.
What were Apu's? Oh, yeah, Apu had B Sharp's Apu,
B sharp.
American Apu, and his soldier uniform.
Yes.
Yeah, there was some really good ones though throughout all this whole thing. The cars are all great because it's like every single car. Also, every level has secret like bonus cars that you can find.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you can you can drive Chester J. Lampwick's rocket car in front of his solid gold house.
Meh.
Um, You can
Fire
drive.
truck.
No, the fire trucks are just an actual vehicle. The
Yeah,
bonus,
yeah. So
the
you
bon.
can drive.
Well, I'm talking about the bonus vehicles though, like the secret vehicles that were exclusive to each level.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like,
can you like Homer's designed car?
well, that's an unlockable. I'm talking about like these are just vehicles hidden in the levels that you can just drive.
Oh, monorail.
Yeah, the monorail. Yeah,
Okay,
monorail,
monorail,
monorail.
monorail.
You can drive the monorail. Lisa had like so. Lisa's is the one I forget what it is. It's like a jet boat.
Jet
Um,
boat.
Marge had. See, I forget some of them. I think Marge had like a motorcycle or something. No, I can't. I can't remember
There's
what
a
the.
toy car.
That's in one level. I forget which level it is. There's a bunch of them. Like there's a monster truck in one.
I'm
Uh,
looking at someone's tier list.
the car that Hans Moleman crashed into the side of the building. You can drive.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. They're all super fun. Just little Easter eggs like that. Like you can't even like get them in the phone booth, but
The
you can just
donut, the donut truck.
that's in that you can buy the donut truck.
Aw.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. I also love the trading cards because if you collect all the trading cards, you actually get a you can trade them in at the comic book store to get a ticket to go see the new Itchy and Scratchy movie, which is actually a full on CGI episode that they made. That's just for the game.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's fun. Like this game is super deep too. And it was for a long time it was considered to be the best Simpsons game since the arcade game. Nowadays I think it's more fondly remembered overall as like the best one ever
Mm.
in a lot of ways.
Well, it's nice to see. I feel like a game is successful when people are still, talking about it 20
Hmm.
years later and talking fondly about it and like adding in mods for like random content
It's
that like
developed a massive cult following, especially like the Game Grumps played it and it spawned a fucking horror game out of it.
um
Um,
I was trying to think, what was I going to say? Um uh, I don't know. I lost. I'm lost. Brr.
but yeah, it's amazing how this game.
Oh, didn't someone like remake it? Like they were.
So that's a thing I've seen. I haven't looked into it in a while, but I remember there was someone was remastering the cutscenes. I know that. I think the game was being remade at one point, but I'm not
Hmm,
100% sure on what's going on with that.
yeah.
See, the problem with this game is a lot of people want this game to get re-released or remade, kind of like how like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom got remade recently.
Yeah.
The problem is though, I don't know who owns the Simpsons license for video games currently,
But they're
which
not giving it up, is what you're
or they're
saying.
or they're not using it. That's the thing. See, the
Uh,
problem is this game was published by Vivendi of all things,
hmm.
and Vivendi is now part of Activision, and
Activision.
Activision is
Activision.
currently in a legal battle because they're trying to be purchased by Microsoft, and it's being
Ah,
blocked by a European court. I don't know it. I stopped caring about that after like a month of the bullshit,
understandable.
but yeah,
Seems a lot.
there's a lot of shit going on there, and I don't even know what the right like Radical Entertainment itself is like a shell of its former self because Activision kind of killed them off because
Oh.
Prototype 2 didn't sell mega numbers like Activision thought it was going to.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of shit. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know if anyone owns the Simpsons license currently because I think the last real Simpsons game was the Simpsons game.
Was it the? Was that the movie game or?
It's not a tie into the movie. It just was released around the time the movie. It was
Ah.
released around the time the movie came out, but
Okay.
it has literally nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the PlayStation, so that it's been a while since there's been a
Well,
Simpsons game.
that was on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii.
Yeah.
It was that era. It's been a while. I think there's probably been like mobile games and stuff. I'd like to see them make a new one, like, and see what they do because I mean, South Park proved that you can make a game based off of like a show like that and it be good.
I guess a good question would be if The Simpsons were to make another game, what type of game would you want it to be? Would you
Another
want
hit
it
and
to
run.
another hit and run
Or actually, no, I'd be fine with what the Simpsons game did too. That was fine.
with some hit and run elements?
I mean, they were similar. They were pretty similar.
Hmm.
The Simpsons game itself, just to end this off, it was like a open world ish beat 'em up platformer game that kind of had elements of hit and run. No driving mechanics really; those were kind of done away with. But it was a very well done game that also used the Simpsons writers.
Yeah.
It didn't get nearly the love that Hit and Run did,
Hmm.
but as a game itself, I loved it when it came out. I thought it was great.
No, yeah, I remember you playing that one as well. I remember the chocolate level distinctively.
Because that was based off the world of chocolate from season 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Simpsons Hit and Run, that was another huge game from our childhood that I'm really glad still is good. I highly recommend playing the Xbox original. The original Xbox version, because
Uh-huh.
that version just plays so much better than the PS2 version these days.
Hmm.
Better frame rate, slightly better controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
But yeah.
it's nice to see that the game's still loved, and
Hmm.
hopefully there's more Simpsons games out in the future.
Yeah. I mean, Simpsons will still be on by the when, but
It'll never end. It's
years down
never
the
gonna
line,
end.
it's going to end when the actors die. As morbid as that is,
That
let's be
is
real.
pretty morbid.
I mean,
How dare?
the extra,
How fucking dare you?
it's really depressing, Alex. But a lot of like the background actors that play like
I
a
don't want
lot
to
of
think about it. I know
they've
they're
been
all.
they've been slowly kind of passing away, which is really sad.
No.
And it's
I know. That's what sucks about getting older too. Is that like you're just like no, like
yeah,
why is this happening?
that's life, unfortunately.
They're either dying or they're pedophiles. No.
And that's just taking an even darker turn.
You know it's true.
Yeah, it really is. That's fucked.
And this was the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so play Hidden Run. It's a great game. Easy to find.
Yeah.
It's on everything. From that era. Get it on PS2. You can get PS2s for like nothing. But anyways, guys.
But you said Xbox was the way to
Well,
play it.
yeah, but you have to. Well, actually, if you have, fuck it, just play it however you want. I don't care. Pirate it for all we care. Who cares?
Pirate, sail the 7 seas.
One Piece.
And never return.
The One Piece was the friends we met all along the way.
No. Oda has already promised that that's not going to be it because his quote said he would be pissed if that was the ending. So he's like, no.
No, he's just playing. Oda's just playing 4D chess.
No, like Oda's actually said, like it's actually interesting. This is turning into a One Piece segment. Oda's actually said that he said that he doesn't want that to be the ending because Luffy deserves a treasure. Like he deserves it. He's been doing everything. He's one of the best main characters in anime. I'm gonna say it. One Piece is the best. Fuck all your other shows.
The One Piece is just gonna be a piece of paper with a middle finger
no,
drawn on
it's
it.
not. It's gonna be a grand treasure because that's what Oda promised us. And Oda, I believe in Oda.
No. This is what the One Piece. Is
No, I don't want to hear it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be an actual treasure. It's not gonna be the friendship. Oda has said it's not that. He has it planned. No,
I got
it.
No, it's gonna be. He's gonna open the chest.
I'm gonna mute you. Oh, I can't mute you. Damn
He's
it.
gonna open the chest.
Damn it.
And it's gonna just be a piece of paper, and it's gonna say "to be continued" in 2 piece.
No, that's not gonna happen. No, because I bet Oda's like not sick of One Piece, but I'm sure it's been years. I'm sure he has a grand ending. Do not say that.
All right.
Get out.
Well, we didn't end on anything morbid this time, so
we ended on me telling everyone that One Piece is the greatest show. You need to watch it. I promise you, 1,000 episodes. It goes by quick.
All right,
I've watched it all at least twice.
You've gone over your propaganda section.
No. One Piece.
All right. So, anyways, guys, once again, thanks for joining us on the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. The Gaming and Collecting Podcast can be found on all your major podcasting platforms. Alex is dying in the background, and yeah, particularly Apple Podcast and Spotify. We are made on Spotify for
Apples
podcasters, and you can follow us on all the social media, Linktree/The Barber Who Games, and join our Discord. It's great. A lot of curse shit.
One Piece is the best.
But anyways, guys, we will see you all next time.
Watch One Piece right now.
One Piece.
Bye.